Hi everybody, thanks for pressing play on the video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.com. Today's project is this really beautiful little gift bag. It would be perfect for wedding favours or, you know, a little gift if you were giving it to somebody a birthday or an engagement or even a wedding itself. Just think it is really beautiful. This paper is all hand stamped and I've just used the gorgeous stitched shaped framelits for the little closing flap. And yeah, I just think it is a really beautiful, very simple little box. So, shall I show you how we made it? Let's do it. So I'm going to start with some stamping, and I have here a piece of cardstock, very vanilla. It measures 8.5 by 5.5, it does. And I have my So In Love stamp set. We're going to use this beautiful flower image, which I've already mounted here. And some sweet, some sweet sugar plum ink. So let us start by inking this up. And we are just going to, as you know I love to do, randomly stamp this flower all over our cardstock. I'm just twisting and rotating the stamp set as I go, just to get a varying pattern. As always, no right or wrong way to do it. It is supposed to be a random pattern. Looks like I need to re-ink, doesn't it? Hopefully we've got enough to get through. And isn't that just beautiful? Just instantly look so pretty. And there is a DSP actually that is very similar to this. If you'd rather not do roll stamping, there is a very similar DSP. So now we've done that, before we put our ink away actually, I'm just going to stamp my sentiment, which I haven't mounted, so let's find a piece of a small clear block, and we're going to use, oh maybe it doesn't fit, yeah it just about fits. We're going to do, that says congratulations, we're going to do this one, enjoy your day. So let's just pop that up onto my block. This is clear block G. Doesn't look very straight, does it? Let's practice on my grid paper just to see how straight that is. That looks pretty good to me. Let's ink that up, and I've got just here a little piece of sweet sugar plum cardstock. It measures 2.5 inches by 1 inch, and then I've just rounded the edges very carefully using my corner rounder. Okay, and I'm just going to stamp my sentiment on the centre. There we go, a little bit wonky, but just tone on tone stamping there. Right, ink away, stamp set away, let's put a sentiment up there nice and safe, and I will grab my scoring board. Here it is, and we will do some scoring. Let me just lift you up a little tiny bit so you can see the top of the scoreboard. There we go. Okay, we are going to score this on the long side at 3 inches, 4 inches, 7 inches and 8 inches. We're going to turn it 90 degrees and we are going to score this at just 1 inch. Okay, there we go. While we got a scoring board out, what I have here is, I've already cut it out, can you see? It is an oval, and you see those lovely stitched edges. It is cut out using the Stitched Shapes Framelits dies. This is the second largest oval, so if you buy these dies you get 4 ovals, 4 circles and 4 squares, and we have used the second largest of the ovals to cut this out on the Big Shot. And then what we just want to do is in the centre, roughly, oh, if we can line that up. So that's going to be about there. We're going to score that oval in half, and that's going to be just at the 1 inch. The 1 inch mark on your scoreboard, can you see that? So I've just scored that in half because this is going to be our closing mechanism. Look how beautiful that is. I just love those subtle little stitched edges. Okay, let's bring in our bone folder and we'll just make that crease nice and sharp, and we'll also do exactly the same with all the edges for our bag. one more here. And then a bottom as well. Okay, now to build this up, we're going to do some cutting. So if we start at the edge where we have our little 1/2 inch strip, and we're going to cut up to the score line in the opposite direction, as you can see. And then just going to cut that off pretty much completely. And then cut up all of your other lines. Okay. There we go. And we're going to get some fuse. This is going to go along that little strip there that we made. You go right to the edge. And then just fold over in half and stick that down. Okay, so we've made our shape. Come to the bottom and fold these in. And I think that one's going to be my front. That looks really nice, doesn't it? Which one do we prefer? It doesn't really matter. But just put some fuse on the last flap that you're going to fold up. And then you can just close that up. And we get a lovely little box. Okay. Now to close it, we're just going to push gently in at the sides. And it will sort of naturally, it is going to be a little bit harder because it is cardstock. So just run your fingers down the side to help it sort of fold. And then just give it quite a tight pinch. And what I'm going to do at the moment is to use one of these gold binder clips just to hold that closed for a second. Okay. It'll just help to hold that in place. Okay. Then we're going to take our, let's leave that on for a second more just to hold that. Take our little oval that we cut out. I'm going to put some Tombow on 1/2 of that oval. Okay. Take off a binder clip and decide which at this point is going to be your front and which is going to be your back. I think I like this one as the front. And then you want to stick your oval on the back. So the bit that we put glue on needs to go on the back of your box with the score line lined up to the top of your bag. Just like that. And then you can fold it over. There we go. Isn't that look lovely? Really like this. Okay. Then I'm going to get my 1/16 of an inch hole punch and just in the centre of the oval, just doing it by eye, about halfway up, punch the hole through there like that. Then I have some gorgeous new ribbon. This is the Succulent Garden ribbon. It is in matching Sweet Sugar Plum and it's hard to describe. It's almost like a little bit furry, a little bit woolly. It's really, really beautiful ribbon. And we're just going to feed that through the hole that we've just punched. There we go. Feed this round the back. You can trim that off. And just move all this out of the way. Looks good, doesn't it? Just make sure that's nice and tight, and that would help to keep your box closed. Pull that taut. Okay, and then once you've got this nicely finished, you're going to get some baker's twine, which seems to have vanished. I did get it out a minute ago. Where's it gone? Just let me find that. Okay, I couldn't find the baker's twine, but I found some linen thread, which I think will look really lovely as well. So I'm just going to bring those two ribbons together and wrap this round. Oh, in a nice little knot. If I can get it. There we go. Okay, pull that taut. And there we go. There's a little bit of baker's twine to hold that together. And then just going to trim down those tails. Something like that. Okay, and the last thing we're going to do is remember that sentiment we stamped, a day to celebrate. I'm going to grab my dimensionals, which I've again had a second to go. Here they are. 2 of those, 2 little dimensionals on the back of here. And that's just going to go over the ribbon at the bottom of the box, a little bit further to the right, like that. And there we go, a really beautiful, very quick and easy to make, but stunningly effective little gift bag. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions, if you'd like to buy any Stampin' Up products, as always, you can pop over to craftycarolinecreates.com and you can shop there or you can get in touch. Hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.